Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're actually doing a special Swiss draft. I'm going to do a rare draft. I watched Loading Ready Run do one. I thought it looked kind of interesting, and I thought maybe switch it up a little bit. If you haven't watched my collaborative draft with Dennis from Windmill Slam, check that out. It's Magic Origins draft number 46, and that was a lot of fun. I hope we can do that again. I think people really enjoyed that as well. Okay, so here's how it works. I have to draft every rare I see, and I have to play every rare I see. Any pack that doesn't have a rare, I can choose which card I want. And yeah, I watched Loading Ready Run do it on MTGO Academy. It looked like, I don't know, it looked pretty interesting. So obviously, Battlefield Forge is not the best card in here. I think probably just the Sky Snare Spider would be a nice first pick. You could also go with Suppression Bonds for a removal spell, but I'd probably just go with the Spider first pick, just because it's a pretty powerhouse 6-drop. But we got to take the Battlefield Forge, so that's all right. Usually you end up, what I notice is you take a lot of colors when you're taking all the rares, so maybe Battlefield Forge will actually help us. We'll find out. All right, actually no rare in this pack, so I do get the choice of what I want. I might just want the Foundry, because like I said, I'm very likely to end up in 5-color, and if I end up in 5-color, I'm going to want to... well, I guess Foundry's probably not that good if I end up in 5-color, is it? Because I need all the fixing I can get for my mana base. So, that's tough then. Maybe I want a red or a white card, because I have to play Battlefield Forge. The only reason I'm sticking it in the sideboard now is because it's a land. I'm just used to doing that, but I'll leave it in the main deck. So, I presume aggressive is going to be difficult. But I don't know. Maybe we get lucky and just open red and white. There's like no red and white in here that I care about. I mean, Goblin Glory Chaser's fine. It's not exciting. Maybe I just want the Empath. That's not very exciting either. Read the Bones. It's fine. I feel like Read the Bones is going to be tough to play. It's too abusive. I don't know what I like in here. Probably just Visionary, I guess. I think I'm just going to take Visionary. I don't love it, but... I mean, I love the card, but I don't love the pick. Okay. So now there's Skyraker Giant, Lightning Javelin. Probably just the Javelin, Removal, and Scry. Otherwise, there's Separatist Void Mage, which is a good card. Let's just take Javelin for now. I like Skyraker Giant too, actually, but I think I'm going to go with the removal spell here. Wow. Only one rare? This is a hell of a rare draft. Okay, so now I can take Swift Reckoning, which is another good removal spell. Battlefield Forge still looking good. Somber World Alpha is good too. Clear the Forward Order, Mighty Leap. Yeah, these are all fine. I'm going to take the Swift Reckoning. I like it. Alright, gotta take more fixing. Maybe this pans out for us though. Unfortunately, passing Naturalist, Visionary, both of which are pretty awesome. Naturalist would be probably just the slam dunk pick otherwise, but we'll take the Llanowar Waste, get some fixing. Okay. Might want the Meteorite. I have a feeling I'm going to go deep on colors, but not if our only two rares are lands. Maybe someone else is rare drafting too. Who knows? What else can I mean, I could just take the Knight. Knight of Pilgrim's Road's fine. Meteorite seems like something I'm going to want. I am definitely presuming we're going to be taking a bunch of rares out of the next couple packs, but I'll take the Meteorite for now. I don't think it's the best card, but I'm preparing myself for what's to come. All right, any red or white I care about? Not really. Let's take the Ox just in case I need some early blocks. Recluse could be fine. Bounding Crisis is the strongest. Maybe we just take that. I'm giving up a Recluse for it, though. I mean, Crisis is certainly better. Am I going to be able to make blue work? I do have a Meteorite. If I open a blue rare, I'm going to really wish I had Bounding Crisis, but maybe not. Maybe the mana is too intensive. Let's focus on just a couple colors for now until we see what we have to play. All right, Zendikar's Royal actually might be reasonable. I mean, there's nothing else I really care about. I feel like if you're going to go rare draft, Zendikar's Royal might be something that, I mean, I could just take the Water Courser, which is late and very good. I have no fixing for it besides Meteorite. I think Water Courser gets a whole lot worse when you're not deep blue. Could just take Enshrouding Mist. It's actually a very playable card. I guess we take the Enshrouding Mist. It's pretty late. I mean, Zendikar's Royal is a win con. I don't think it's a very good card, though. We can take Chandra's Fury here. It's fine. Not terribly exciting. It's a late Disperse. Probably more exciting than Heavy Infantry. Getting late blue, though. Alright, let's take Disperse. Screw it. I just hate it. Heavy Infantry. So, definitely off the wall draft so far. I'm still going to set these on the side. I'll remember that I have them and I have to play them. And remember, I have to play every rare I open. So, hopefully these lands actually pay off, but the only 2 rares we picked up out of those first few packs were just I mean, this draft, to be honest, is like relatively normal, other than the fact that I'm picking kind of mediocre cards to prepare myself for playing a 3 to 5 color deck. But I would say we're well set up now with a Meteorite, Battlefield Forge, and Llanowar Waste to play weird off-color rares. Bond of Construct seems like something our deck really wants. We're going to want some early game in this format. I think the rare, like what I saw from the Loading Ready Run guys, is they got annihilated. They had a lot of rares, and their deck looked okay, but they definitely got annihilated. So you gotta be, I don't know, man. You gotta be prepared to do some battles early too. We don't have anything that wins yet, so we're on the hunt for powerful things. All right, Evolving Wilds is great. 3rd to last pick. Yeah, and the only reason I'm doing Swiss is because I can't really anticipate doing great in in this format with a rare draft, but I mean, we'll see. Our fixing is fantastic. Like at this point, we're pretty much ready to play 5 color. All right, Evolutionary Leap. Got a snap pick it. I think the pick would actually be Stalwart Haven or Fiery Impulse. Probably Impulse. But Evolutionary Leap it is. At least we have a couple green cards. And we have cards that work well with it. So maybe we'll find some fat creatures and then Leap gets better. But we'll see. All right, Herald of Pantheon. Going to snap that up. At least it's on color. I think the pick would actually be... Pick would actually be... I'm an okay... I think Goblin Glory Chaser is okay. I actually don't like the card as much as some people do. I think the pick might be for me an Empath or another Visionary. Probably Visionary. Works better with the Leap. But we'll take a Herald. I mean, it's a fine... Oof. Helm of the God's a bad one. Especially since we don't have any enchantments. But maybe we're supposed to build towards an enchantment deck with this Herald now. And Helm of the Gods. So, well, I'll tell you what. If I see Suppression Bonds and there's not a rare in the pack, or I see... I don't even know. Well, I guess Evolutionary Leap's an enchantment, so we've got 1. Certainly looking for some more, though. So, we definitely want to draft synergistic things. Helm of the Gods is a terrible card. Okay. Pick here. Don't really like the Pilgrimage in this deck especially. I've got fixing for stuff, but probably Gear Crafter seems like the best. It's a good card. Works well with Leap. There's nothing else in here really we want. Okay. Alright, well, technically Elemental Bond works with Herald and Helm of the Gods, but it's not a good card in this deck. Could take the Goldforge Sentinel. Could take Stalwart Haven, actually. Stalwart Haven's pretty good. Alright, take the Haven. Alright, this is Revelation. Gotta take it, gotta play it. Certainly don't like it in this deck, but no choice. I guess we have the Meteorite that can take us to 7. So what are we looking at on rares right now? We got Helm of the Gods, Herald, Leap, couple lands. So Cobble Brute versus Mist versus Timberpack Wolf. Prefer to not play blue now. Cobble Brute I mean, it beats down okay. Timberpack Wolf's a little bit cheaper. I think Timberpack Wolf's better than Cobble Brute most of the time, but all right. Well, Cobble Brute actually has synergy with Revelation, so okay. We only gain 2 life but draw 5 cards. That's still pretty good in my mind. And I guess we're hunting for some creatures at this point, so all right. So now it's Knight of the Pilgrim's Road versus second Cobble. Probably just Knight. I'm all right with that. Well, this deck's coming together reasonably well outside of Helm of the Gods. I guess we take second Knight. Otherwise, it's Automaton or something. So this deck needs quite a bit, I assume. We need some enchantments to make Helm of the Gods playable because we got to play it. We only have 1. Enlightened Ascetic seems like it's okay with Evolutionary Leap, but Titan Strength is actually a very playable card, so we'll take that. Now I almost don't want to play Yoke Docks, so maybe we just... This deck actually is coming together reasonably well, believe it or not. So Pilgrimage ramps towards Revelation. Gather the Pack really doesn't do that much. I'm not a big Pilgrimage fan most of the time. Maybe I might need it if we open more 7 drops or something. I don't know. We'll take it, I guess. All right, Mighty Leap, sure. Lizard, okay. Well, this deck seems pretty fine color-wise. We haven't... I guess it's pretty dependent on what rare we open out of this third pack. Well, yeah, what rares we open or get out of this third pack. This deck, I mean, it's obviously very mediocre, but it's only because we had to pick some rare lands over playable cards. But I'd say we're making the most of this so far. So we really just need, now we just need some like 6 drops. We need like Vastwood Gorger and stuff. We need Nissa's Revelation to be good in this deck, basically. Oh no. You gotta be kidding me. We gotta play the double Helm of the Gods deck? That is not good. That's gonna be tough. Alright. That's a tough one. Not the rare I wanted to see. What would be my first pick here? Probably Stalwart Haven. Totem Guide Hartebeest doesn't even find Leap. Man. Well, at least we're not giving up much, but the fact that we have to play 2 Helm of the Gods does not make me super happy. Ooh, all right, Sigil of the Empty Throne. There we go. There's our enchantment we have to play. So I think I just have to pick up every off-color enchantment for the rest of this pack. It's the only way I can make this deck work. All right, Healing Hands is gone. Probably Pilgrimage is gone. What else is horrible? Might need the Yoke Docks, sadly. Combat Tricks seem bad since we have a low creature deck. All right, Sigil. So every enchantment, doesn't matter what color it is. Well, I guess I don't have that luxury, do I? I might just have to play rares if we open them. Now I hope we don't open rares because I want to pick up enchantments to make this weirdo enchantment deck work. But we have double Helm of the God Herald and Sigil. We're so well up. The sad thing is we're so... Oh, no. That's a tough one. Otherwise, I'd take, like... Consecrated by Blood's a tough one to play. Probably take Flare. All right. Wait, it's an enchantment, though. All right, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, absolutely perfect. There we go. If you're gonna pick a worthless rare, at least make sure it's an enchantment. All right, on color rare. That makes all of our enchantments and stuff more expensive. We got to take it. At least we can play it. Passing a Topin, Freeblade, and Citadel Castellan or Castellan, both of which are better. But sure, Wingmare. All right, we got to take enchantments here. So we're gonna take Murder Investigation over better cards, but actually it doesn't matter. We're not giving up that much for it. And Murder Investigation is a horrible card, but it's not very horrible when you're actually got a plan. And I actually think we We need a bunch more enchantments. I'm not gonna lie. We need a lot more enchantments to make this plan come together. All right, I think we got to take either Grasp or Mantle. I think Grasp is better. Mantle maybe gives us better defensive options with Sigil, but Grasp is just so much stronger. Yeah, I think we got to take Grasp, and we're definitely taking it. Like, we need way more enchantments than this. I might just take Bloodlust. I know it's not good, but we're an enchantment deck. We're gonna make this enchantment plan work. Definitely. Like, we're on a game plan now, so every enchantment cannot get passed. Infernal Scarring. I mean, I've got to play Tainted Remedy. I think I'm actually taking it. I think Recluse. I think Recluse is good though, but we're just gonna end up cutting Combat Tricks and maybe playing a low creature count deck. But problem is, Helm of the Gods is just so terrible because if you want to play enchantments, then you don't want to play artifacts, you know? I think we just need all the enchantments we can get, though. It's the only way we're going to win with... We're on the Sigil of the Empty Throne plan, like, super hardcore. I guess we can take Auramancer. It's a creature that synergizes with our enchantments, sort of. Might need this Guardians. At least it's colorless. How many enchantments did we get total? I don't think we got many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's not much. Maybe we wheel one more if we get lucky. I think we're going to end up cutting like our good combat tricks for worse enchantments just so our deck synergy can come together. Like, I don't think we're playing Mighty Leap. I don't think we're playing Mist. I don't think we're playing... I actually think we might end up playing Volcanic Rambler. We just have nothing that synergizes with Revelation otherwise. I don't think we're playing Titan Strength. The fact that I've got to make double Helm of the God work in here is going to be tough, but that's okay. We'll make this work. Like, we have to play every enchantment regardless of how bad they are. Otherwise, it's just, I don't know how we're possibly going to get synergy out of... We don't even have enough to make Sigil work, but we're going to have to make do. I think we don't end up playing Chandra's Fury either. It's a good card, but we just don't have space, or... We just don't have space for it. We got to play... We got to find a good balance. Like, we still have to make cuts here. And we're playing double Helm of the Gods. God, they're so bad. Ormancer number 2? Sure. I mean, our deck needs creatures, so why not? Slug. Ooh, alright, perfect. So we have our 8th enchantment. And yes, we're playing Mantle of Webs in here too. So I do have to figure out cuts. It's going to be difficult. Remember, we have to play every single rare. And we are playing Bloodlust, Scarring, and we're playing every enchantment. Like, we just don't have a real choice here. At least our lands actually are legitimate fixers, which is ended up actually being kind of good for us. So let's figure out this interesting deck we have here. So I have to play. I feel like I have to play my removal spells, right? Swift Reckoning and Lightning Javelin are a little too important to cut. Maybe Meteorite can get cut, but I am playing 4 color, so it feels like Meteorite might be a necessity. Really don't feel comfortable cutting early game creatures, especially because we've got all of these auras. This is going to be tough. What do we cut here? We have to make so many cuts. How am I supposed to make cuts with this? So I can't cut. Let's just look at the cards I can't cut. We'll set them in a pile. I'm just talking rares. Wait, can I sort by rarity? Yeah. All right. So we can't cut any of these cards. I don't want to cut any of our auras. Or enchantments, rather, either. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. All right, so the real issue is if I cut creatures, Revelation gets so much worse. If I cut enchantments, these double Helm of the Gods, they're gonna be so much worse. Like, I really need to figure out what I can comfortably cut here. It might be Meteorite. I know we're playing 4-color, but I think we might have to make do with Evolving Wilds double land. Like, I don't know how I cut creatures with this deck. It just seems too difficult. I think Rambler's bad, but Revelation's horrible if I don't have... If I have a Cobble Brute is what I'm finding. Otherwise, what? Maybe, no, Knight's not a very good one, though, to do either. Leap is actually bad in this deck outside of the enchantment synergy. What do I cut? At least I have time, but I need to make some cuts quick here. I think it's Meteorite. I hate cutting this in a 4-color deck, but I don't know how I make enough cuts to make this deck work. I have to play all these auras, which makes cutting creatures so much worse, too. Should I just cut removal spells? Swift Reckoning seems so important, though. Like, Sigil of the Empty Throne is my win con, legitimately. So maybe I can just cut. I think I am going to have to cut a creature. And Rambler does seem like the worst one, even though it synergizes with Revelation. Like, it just, everything else seems... Like, Auramancers actually seem kind of important in here with our oodles of auras. I wish we actually had more auras for Sigil, but it can only bring auras back too, right? Oh no, I can bring back Sigil. All right, Auramancer actually seems kind of important against your random naturalist. I'm going to take out Rambler, so we're cutting creatures, which I don't love, but might be a necessity. So I have to make 4 more cuts. Seems difficult. I kind of like our early plays, but maybe Yoked-Ox isn't that good. It's just an early blocker. It does wear auras well, although Bloodlust is a pretty bad one in our deck, admittedly. Bloodlust is a pretty bad one. We don't want to attack every turn. Not in this deck, but I think it's a necessity. Necessary evil for our Sigil of the Empty Throne. God, 4 cuts. I really wish I could cut these Helm of the Gods. So I can't cut creatures. I can't cut enchantments. Do I cut Lightning Javelin? I know it's a good card, but I think I actually cut Lightning Javelin. It's a great card, but this deck needs synergies, or else it's just not going to win. Like, we're running Tainted Remedy, for God's sake, and double Helm of the Gods. We're in a tough spot. We got to make 3 more cuts. I really wish I could cut Revelation. That card's basically 7 mana, Scry 5, do nothing. Scry 5, nothing. Scry 5, draw 1, gain 1. At least it's, I was going to say at least an instant, but it's not. And it's 8 mana when we have Ren Wingmare out. That's going to be tough. All right, 3 more cuts. God, I don't even know. Might be a Bloodlust. I mean, we're down to... I mean, technically, we don't even have to play red. I could just cut red. I lose 2 more creatures, which is bad. But then I'm straight up green-white. Is that right? No, green-white-black. But I have to play Battlefield Forge, which kind of sucks. Gearcrafter's good, but... So if I cut these 3, I become a 3-color deck. How many enchantments do I go down to at that point? I go down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this needs help of 6 cards to even do anything. And I go down to 12 creatures. That's a low creature count for all of these auras. And wow, that's tough. I don't know what else we cut, though. I can't cut any more auras. All right. I think I do cut red. I didn't cut any rares, right? Okay. So we have 7 enchantments for our Helm of the Gods and Sigils. 12 creatures, which is a really low creature count. Revelation looks absolutely awful in this deck. And we have to play these three too? Okay. Well, we definitely want Evolving Wilds anyway. So we're splashing black. We play one swamp. We're fine with the Lana. We're wasting an Evolving Wild. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, at least the one pro of this deck is we actually have a game plan with Sigil. The many cons of this deck are we're low on creatures, and the creatures we do have are so unimpressive. So I think the way that we win is we hold every enchantment in our hand until we have Sigil, and then we just unload. Or if we have Oromancer, I guess we can play a little bit of enchantments. My god, though, this deck is not very good. Multiple Helm of the Gods, that's a disaster. Battlefield Forge is just like a straight up dead card. I feel like I have to run the deck like this, though, or else I just don't have enough creatures and I don't have enough auras to support these awful Helm of the Gods. Double Helm of the Gods is just so bad. Okay, so what's our mana base look like, I guess? Mostly white. So we only need one swamp. And yeah, between that, Llanowar Waste, and Evolving Wild, we're fine. We already have 10 white. And we have 6 green. No, we want 7 green, I think. I think 7 green should be satisfactory for the green cards we have. And we definitely need white early. Maybe we don't need 10 white, though. Let's go up, let's go 8 green. 8 green, 9 white, 3 black. Seems like a deck that can support that. This deck is not very good, but I think we did come up with a strategy considering we're playing all the rares we saw, and we're running a little bit low on time. But I just want to do a final rare count before we start this, just to see how many we ended up with. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rares. All right, 8 rare deck. This is gonna be a tough battle. We'll try our best. We'll see you round 1.